Oh shit. Sorry. Mic was off. Nobody was gonna tell me the mic was off. That's lame. That's lame. Y'all was gonna tell me the mic was off. It's cool. It's cool. Don't worry about it. Anyways, what I said while I was on mute was I just feel like the room is lit like very well today. Um I need to keep this up because this looks incredible. I want y'all to know this is how the room is supposed to look every single time. This is the vibe. This is I fucking love it. Like, yes. Ooh. Anyway, so I'm about to get my TikTok live started up. Let me formally introduce the show yet again. Hello, my name is Asia. Welcome to My Thoughts No One Asked For. It's episode 47, I think, where I share my thoughts none of you asked for or probably even care about. But I'm gonna share them any motherfucking way. Okay. I haven't done like a week recap in a long time. I think I'm gonna bypass the week recap again this week because we have a lot to get into for this stream. Let's see. I'm gonna do a challenge and try to see if I can keep this stream under 45 minutes. So it won't include these first 5 minutes, really, but for 45 minutes, okay? Yeah, my week was like pretty cool. How was your guys' week? I've had more of a introspective week. There really wasn't a lot going on. I do have some stuff that I will be doing over the next coming weeks. I will be getting out the house more and I'll be living my life like a normal human. A lot more starting this weekend. But I have just been doing a lot of content planning. And even today I literally just filmed a video. Okay. So I want to do a quick promo before I start up my TikTok or before I start the live officially. Let's do quick promo. Okay, there it goes. Yeah. Quick promo for my main YouTube channel. Okay. So more things are coming for this channel. I'm telling you now, a lot of content. Uh-oh. Why am I disconnected from my chat? What's going on? Hello, what's happening? Okay, there it goes. A lot is coming to the channel. I uploaded this video last week, The Impatience of Perfecting Your Craft and Embracing Simplicity. I will have episode 4 come out next week. Okay. After that, I would say for my digital diary series, now being in season 2, you guys can expect probably like 2 of these videos a month, but in the space that I'm in right now, it might be 3. Okay. But for the most part, I'm trying to keep those as like 2 videos a month. I'm literally just documenting my creative journey with that. So yeah, you guys can follow me along with that. And more thoughts episode. You see, I uploaded a more thoughts episode yesterday. This episode is a lot longer. As you can see, it's a lot longer than it usually is. But it turned more because of the interaction I got from the chat. Thank you, chat. It turned out to be very long. It was like a 3-hour stream. I cut it down to 1 hour and 30. Okay. So this stream is one of the very few like real, just raw desktop streams that will stay up. Okay. Because there was so much to pull from the situation that was, with OJ and Max. There was a lot of dialogue to pull from the situation itself, but more so what it represented within the streamer community. And I felt like nobody was gonna wake it up. And I was right. I felt like I saw a lot of BS on the TL and I came on stream and I spoke my mind. Okay. And I've got a lot of feedback over on TikTok. So, I'm glad I went ahead and did it. But yeah, just letting y'all know, these episodes are not gonna be super duper long moving forward for more thoughts no one asked for. But this just one time. It's just I'm sorry. Okay. But yeah, so y'all get one super duper long stream that's up. Okay. But yeah, for more thoughts no one asked for episodes, you can expect those like once a month. These are like just every once in a blue moon, depending on if there's just something that I want to have a specific stream to talk about on stream. That's when that will happen. So yeah, really like once a month with that. Starting this upcoming Sunday, I will be introducing a new show, Tarot Answers You Asked For. If you get tarot readings, if you're into that, I will be doing those on this main channel. So everything outside of my thoughts no one asked for is going to be on this main YouTube channel. So if you do not subscribe, if you are not keeping up, if you're not following along, you're missing out on all the fun. Okay. More shows will be unraveling. over the next few months. Okay. And more is to come with this show as well within a week. Okay. So things are moving and grooving. I'm very happy that I finally get to just show you guys what I've been planning and talking about, and also document the process and specify it more so in my YouTube videos. So yeah, I am very excited about that and looking forward to you guys seeing just my full complete vision as a creator and what I have to offer. So, um today for stream, um let's see. Today we have a couple topics, okay? Um for now, real quick, I'm going to do a very, very quick commercial break and then we're going to get into it. But the main topic for today is religion versus spirituality. There's been a lot of back and forth about this on TikTok, and I'm going to share my thoughts that you didn't ask for. So, yeah, very quick commercial break and I'll be right back to get started. If you're enjoying the show so far, I need you to do a couple things for me. If you want to give your input on show topics, network with other young creatives, and even just be a part of the episode, join the Discord. I want this show to feel very interactive because it's not just a platform for me to share my thoughts, but also for you to share yours. And just in case you missed the episodes live on Thursday nights, make sure you subscribe to the My Thoughts No One Asked For YouTube channel. Obviously, the VODs don't stay up here on Twitch forever, so make sure you catch up on all episodes on YouTube. And of course, follow the Twitch. I won't just be streaming once a week for the show, but I also have a lot of concept streams coming very soon. So make sure you follow the Twitch and turn those notifications on. Please and thank you. Hello. Again, if you guys are in the chat, introduce yourselves, please and thank you. I'm starting my TikTok live. All right. So this is the first thing that I wanted to say. First thing I want to say, because, and these aren't like real topics. I'm just getting my little quickies out the way. Okay. So one of the clips that I uploaded on my clip page from my last More Thoughts No One Asked For stream, got a lot of feedback both on TikTok and Instagram as well. This is something that I now, because I have a bio that says like, hey, keep like the bigotry and the ignorance over there. That's not welcome here. This is a nuanced, emotionally intelligent space, right? And I realized, you know what? I need to add keep the gender war shit off my page too. Like I am learning a lot from posting clips. Hi, 10 star. I'm learning a lot from posting clips. And I've already talked to you guys about a couple of things. The other thing that I'm learning is because social media has fried so many brains, when I am speaking in a clip about one men, right? In this example, it was men. A nigga came in my comment talking about but what about women that X, Y, and Z? And I'm like, oh, baby, like, it's like I really can't even be so like bitchy about it because I understand how social media works, and y'all are used to being so combative and debating with people and like defend from a place of like defending your gender and pointing the finger to like someone. Like gender wars is like such a foundational piece of like how conversations move online. And so although I don't subscribe to that and I really push against it very often, I've accepted that that's just, I'm gonna get that sometimes, but I have to make it abundantly clear. I don't give a fuck about all the gender war shit that you engage with or see or that you're used to on fucking Twitter or TikTok or whatever fucking community you're on, okay? I don't do that shit over here. Okay? Everyone can get the smoke. If I'm in a clip, if you hear me talking about men, I'm not just trying to be like a anti man hater. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about men in that I'm talking about men in that specific moment for a particular reason. You combating my point, talking about what the fuck women are doing when I'm not even really disputing or debating that, is showing that you have gender war brain. And I really feel bad for y'all who suffer from gender war brain because you can't even fucking have a conversation, like a regular conversation, without making it a gender war debate. I don't care for that shit. Get it away from me. Do not respond to any of my takes with anything regarding that. Most of the time, when I'm talking about something or a group of people, if you want to replace the gender, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably going to agree with you. Okay. So, again, very nuanced over here. Everyone can get the smoke. Okay. I've critiqued women on here. I critique men. I really don't even have like gender based topics that I really at all here. But yeah, I noticed that in my comment section. I didn't like it. And I was like, you know what? Need to make a PSA and let everyone know. I'm gonna have to pin this on my fucking clip page and be like, hey, I know y'all used to that gender war shit on another like part of the internet. Keep that shit away from me. I'm just here to have conversation. If you want to bring up another perspective and add to what I'm saying, that's fine. But if you want to debate with me and make it and you initiate a gender war debate, I will not engage. You'll just be blocked or I'll just delete your comment. Get that fucking get that shit off my fucking page. Like I don't even want that energy anywhere near me. Okay. Now that I've cleansed the energy of my live stream. Thank you for liking the live. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really see names that well, but thank you. So, second quick PSA, and then we're gonna get into the topics, okay? I seen this TikTok, and this girl was saying, when you're on your spiritual journey, you are going to like face a lot of these old feelings from unhealed wounds, or maybe like wounds that are in the process. You're in the process of healing. Um, you're going to start like feeling angry. And she was talking about how like it's okay for you to feel like that. It's okay for you to kind of like relive these emotions almost that you are, trying to push past. Um and I felt so validated when I watched that video because that is what I've been experiencing lately. Lately, I have been whether it's me like having a conversation with someone and I'm kind of like triggered about something or I just something randomly crosses my mind or I see someone and then I unintentionally bring myself back to that point of why I feel the way I feel towards the person. And then I just get this feeling of like, you know what, fuck you for that. I feel like I am a person who most of the time I will end things. I will attempt to end things amicably, right? I always really try for the most part to make sure that I end things on very like decent terms. It's like we don't have to be cool, we don't have to be friends, but like this is how I feel, this is why I don't really fuck with you no more, and that's just that. And it's like no real significant beef, but I'm done, right? What is that? Is that fucking gnat or fly? Sorry, that shit's distracting me. um But yeah, normally that's what I try to do. But lately, those feelings of you know what, fuck this person for that. Because when you really relive some of the things that you've experienced and how you've been treated by certain people, it's really like that was really lame for you to treat me that way. Like I have had to like heal from certain experiences like literally on my own. It was certain things where I feel like I couldn't talk to anyone about it because I felt like the person who I had an issue with or who done me wrong, I guess, I felt like they had more friends than me, and I felt like the people that I could talk to were cool with them, and so or I just felt like, maybe embarrassed to talk to anyone about it, and so I really had to just work through things myself and bottle a lot of shit in, and so I'm at the point now where I don't I don't necessarily carry it. I just get triggered occasionally. And I just be like, you know what? That shit was really fucked up. And even though I try to be all nice and I try to end things all mature and like, I really still feel like fuck you for that. That was lame. Like like I really be saying like, damn, like this person really was not kind to me. Like they was really fucking rude and just nasty. Like, I'm just sitting here thinking like, dang, this person just really was not messing with me like that and they were not kind and I just completely overlooked it. Or, with another particular situation, something that really, really hurt me, um, I was just like, I just had this feeling of anger of just like, I don't ever want to speak to this person again. Like literally. Like I'm fine if I never see them again. If they never reach out. I don't want to like I just the way that I was treated at that period of time and how they handled me was piss poor. And like it just brought back emotions of just feeling that like the shittiest you could ever feel. And so I really love seeing that video because I was like, okay, I feel so validated and this is normal, as you're progressing in your spiritual journey. And so yeah, I just wanted to like share that with you guys in case any of you were feeling those feelings. I just wanted to let you know you're totally valid. Don't worry about it. Allow yourself to feel those feelings. As long as you don't dive all the way back into it, it's good for you to allow yourself to feel those things and process it and just be like, fuck you. You don't really have to go and rehash the whole thing, you know, but you can just be like, fuck that nigga. Like like it's okay for you to feel those emotions and have to release them out in that moment so you can, feel a little lighter moving forward. But yeah, I'm going to do another very quick commercial break and then we're going to get into the religion versus spirituality debate. Um yeah, we're going to get into it. Again, we're not going to make it super duper long, but if you consider yourself either religious or, more on the spiritual side, definitely engage, interact with this discussion. But yeah, I just want to bring some type of middle ground to this conversation. Even though I lean more on the spiritual side, I just want to bring some like a positive perspective, even if some people don't want to hear it. Okay. But anyway, very quick commercial break. BRB. Why does me being by myself and minding my business and not saying anything bother you? That combination of intellectual intimacy and physical intimacy, dangerous combo. You Christians, right? Can I tell y'all something? Y'all do know that God loves gay people too, right? Just getting to know each other and it don't work out, no, I don't want to be your friend. I actually never want to speak to you again. I actually never want to see you again, to be honest. Definitely don't think that any woman should be crashing out over a man. It's not worth it. He don't care. You look crazy. Is it not important for new rappers to want to have their own identity? How come we can all admit that we are in a literacy crisis while simultaneously clowning Kai for trying to read? Catch daily clips posted wherever you get your short form content. On TikTok, you can follow me at It's Your Girl Asia Clips. To see my Instagram reels, you can follow me at My Thoughts No One Asks For. And to watch my YouTube shorts, you can also follow me at My Thoughts No One Asks For. Hello. I am back. Okay. So, let's get into it. So what sparked this conversation was y'all know Rula. Rula went viral probably like maybe a week, 2 weeks ago. I don't remember who posed the question or if like the Christians themselves just posed this question onto themselves, but um pretty much there was a repeated argument, recycled fucking argument about, oh, where was Jesus during slavery? And then the Christians are like, oh, well, why are you so worried about Jesus? Where was Allah and the crystals and the deities and all this other stuff that y'all worship? Why are y'all worried about where Jesus was? So then it just turned into this very, very passionate back and forth between the Christian community, really, and the spiritual community. Again, I fall more so on the spiritual side. Um, but yeah, religion's not really my thing. So here's what I'm gonna say. I don't think people understand that religion is a tool. Religion is a tool that you can either use or not use, right? Um, some of you are mistaking tools for law, okay? Um, religion is not something that you have to commit to in order to have a relationship with a higher power. If you disagree with that, that's a fucking you problem, okay? And because this is the funny part. Everyone's spiritual journey is their own journey, right? Everyone's relationship with God or their higher power is their relationship, right? So I think that all of this hoopla trying to force your trying to force the way you navigate your life spiritually onto others is really like it's just so like annoying. Like you are suffocating as a person. That is so annoying. And then y'all are gonna they're gonna talk about, oh, wanting to spread the gospel and spread the word of God. And it's like, there are totally ways to do that without like shoving a Bible down everyone's fucking throats. Like, I don't think people understand, well, really religious people. I don't think religious people understand how connected we actually could all be as people who do believe in a higher power. I don't think y'all understand that we can relate more than you think or than you want to. Because the fact that any of us who all believe in a higher power, no matter what you call it, God, source, universe, um, oh my gosh, Novak, I'm literally going to read your chat in like 2 seconds. I want to wait until I finish my point because I got ADHD and I'll forget. But I'm literally about to read that afterwards. Um, no matter what you call it, God, source, creator, spirit, universe, whoever, right? Um, any of us who believe in a higher power, right? I think we can all agree we all believe in a higher power of love and light, right? We all believe in a higher power of all that can be good here on earth and after we leave, okay? And so I think if we cared enough to approach religion or spirituality with a perspective of like with like more of an educational perspective, we can actually learn a lot more from each other than like sitting up here trying to make each other pick sides. Like, I can have a conversation with someone who is religious and still connect with them for the love of our mutual love of God. And I can actually receive some very helpful guidance and messages um through, you know, another religious practice. And it's like, I find that beautiful. I think that's wonderful. I appreciate that. A lot of people push it away, mostly Christians. But I don't think that that's necessary. Like, I'm really in the space where I want to do a fuck ton of research about like that's really like my ADHD hyperfixation at the moment. Learning about so many different religions. Um I want to learn. I just want to absorb it because again, I feel like all of these things are tools and they're tools to help us navigate this thing called life. And I think that, well, I'll get to it in a second, but the main point for this particular part is we can connect a lot more than being like pushed away from each other, or pushing each other away rather. Um it can all just be we can all just love and get along and not try to force our own like perspectives onto each other because it just doesn't fucking matter. Like, it really does not. You're gonna, have your relationship with your higher power. I'm gonna have mine. Everyone else is gonna have theirs. Just let it be. Just let it be. Not one religion has all of the right answers. Literally all that fucking matters when you leave here is if you're a good person. Just because someone does not believe in God at all, or they're not religious at all, that doesn't mean they're gonna go to hell or they're gonna have a terrible time in the afterlife just because they don't believe in a higher power. As long as that person lives their life working to be a better them every single day, and they live a life of generally pretty much a pretty fucking decent human being or a really good human, then like you're telling me they're just gonna go to hell after like living a great life and pouring so much peace, love, and positivity into the world. You're gonna tell me that they're gonna have a terrible time when they leave here just because they don't believe in the God you believe in or a God at all. That is absolute BS. And anyone who spreads that is a liar. So I think once everyone just kind of like just settles down in their own, you know, relationship with their higher power or lack thereof and just stays in their fucking corners, and just minds their business, I think everything will be better, you know? Just focus on your relationship with God. Don't try to dictate my relationship with God. Just leave me the just leave everybody the fuck alone, okay? And I'm just specifically talking to really Christians, honestly. Okay, Novak 88218. I need to read your chat now, okay? Yo, bro, just wanted to show some real love for your stream because you've genuinely got crazy potential, and I'd love to connect with you. With a top Twitch streamer who pulls thousands of live viewers and has over 3 million followers, he actually help smaller creators grow the right way. The real views, active chat. Add him on Discord. Okay, well, thank you. I really appreciate that. I can't really tell if that's like a bot thing or something. Yeah, I think that's like a bot, but it's okay. um, so next point. Bring up. Okay, so sorry, I got my notes. If I look to the left, I gotta get to my notes. Okay, and sorry, I gotta delete this because it's really distracting me. It's a very long. It's a. Can I delete this? I don't think so. It's all right. It's fine. It can. I don't want it to stay here. How do I delete this? Fuck. This shit is all in the way. I don't know how to delete this, guys. Okay. I don't know how to get rid of this chat, but it's okay. It's just gonna be in the way. Let me make this smaller. That'll make you feel a little bit better about life. Thank you. Okay. It's just too like much. Okay. So this is piggybacking off my last point, right? Of like all that really matters when you leave here is if you're really a good person. And so I fell into this rabbit hole of like looking up near death experiences and really like what I've reached the conclusion that although everyone has different experiences, um different near death experiences, of course, and their near death experiences, so it's just going to be different for everyone. um I truly believe that even just like watching so many of them and hearing people's near death experiences, it really amplifies the true meaning of manifestation. I do believe that whatever you even here, fuck actually leaving this earth. I already believe that when you're here, whatever you believe will happen will happen. If you keep dwelling on bad shit happening to you, bad shit's gonna happen to you. If you keep, thinking that you're gonna be successful and life is gonna be amazing and great and unicorns and rainbows, then that's generally mostly what it's gonna be like. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever you invest more of your energy into, whether it's the positives or the negatives or really just specific things here on earth, that's going to continue to manifest itself over time. And so I do believe that it's the same when we leave here. I do believe that, you know, whatever you believe spiritually, um whether you have like a certain religion or, you know, your own spiritual practice, I do believe that your experience leaving here will be very unique to you. I don't believe that there's really one universal way that, we leave here, or I just don't think there's one universal experience of it. Um and so that just it amplifies, just watching so many videos, it just amplifies the meaning of manifestation and how important it is to really just always focus on the good things as much as you possibly can. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to your own, individual beliefs in a higher power or not, um people like trying to instill this fear in people of, oh, if you live this kind of way, you're gonna go to hell and hell and hell and hell, and just keeping this idea up of heaven and hell. And that's really why I honestly did not like church. Well, one of the reasons I did not like church, because I felt like every time I went to church, I was always thinking about death. Like I was just always thinking about not being here, and not like on some I want to unalive myself type of thing, but more so the it was such a repetitive talking point, like heaven and hell. It was so repetitive that I would literally sometimes really be depressed during certain sermons because all I would think about is like not I would kind of think of, well, I don't want to say what's the point of living life right now, but it would just kind of make me skip past, what I'm living right now at this moment. And I hate TikTok. Um it would have me kind of like just fast forward to just thinking about that. And I never liked that feeling. And that was like one of the main reasons I absolutely hated going to church. Cause like why every time I go to church, I'm just like thinking about that, like whether I'm gonna go to hell or not, you know? Um, and so I think now stepping out of religion for like quite some time, um, I'm no longer like afraid of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm no longer afraid of thinking of that. My idea of leaving this earth is a lot more beautiful than it was when I went to church. It's a lot more beautiful and realistic and unique to me. And I think that the more that religious people understood that, even though it's organized religion, you all still have your own individual with God. It's your walk ain't gonna be everybody else's walk. That's inside organized religion and outside of it. And so I think that the more that people really just minded their fucking business, the better off everyone will be. But yeah, I just really I did not think many positive things while I was in church. And so the next point that I wanted to bring up was, when it comes to like African spiritual practices or just anything that seems spooky, like witchcraft and stuff like that. Of course, Christians are like, "Oh, no, they're so demonic." I understand the white man has lied to us all. I understand the white man has lied to us all and convinced us that everything outside of Christianity is demonic. Okay, I get it. I understand. You see me shuffling some cards. You start clutching your pearls. Okay, I get it. Right. Um, but the fact that Christians can't even wrap their minds around the fact that, for one, these things that they are convinced are demonic were never fundamentally demonic. That's number one. Number two, um, I'm trying to choose my words wisely here. Intention is so important in every aspect of life, everything, especially religion and spirituality. So so when Christians have this perspective of, all the tarot cards and the crystals and the ancestors and spirit guides, oh, it's all the devil, all that bullshit. Um um it's like they can't even understand the fact that Christians Christianity has been used to oppress people, like literally, you know? Um Plenty of Christians what way oh, Christians a long time ago and now still do and say very harmful things in the name of Christianity. And what's actually demonic is people, like terrible humans, slapping like being a Christian on top of them as if it's some kind of band-aid for like the terrible person they are inside. And they're walking around as if they're actually a good person because they claim to be a Christian, or as if them being a Christian automatically makes them a better person. So like let's talk about what's really demonic. Let's not talk about the bullshit you were fed. Let's talk about what we know. You know what I'm saying? Like let's talk about what we know, okay? Um Intention plays a part in everything. Yes, are there people who put hexes on people? Are there people who use their spiritual gifts the wrong way? Yes. Yes. Can people do the same with Christianity? Have people done the same with Christianity? Use Christianity to harm others? Yes. Just like rich people, can't rich people who have access to pretty much everything, can't they misuse their resources and their money and their connections and do bad things behind with the help of all of that? Yes, and they do. With all of those things being true, does that collectively make all of these things bad or dark? You know? Now, I personally don't really love, rich people, but it's not necessarily true for me to say that, oh, all rich people are bad and this, and that. That's not fair, right? Just because there are some people that misuse their power. Same thing with Christianity. There's some people that misuse Christianity in such a harmful way still right now. And it's the same thing for people who do tarot or who do practice witchcraft and all these things. Like, yes, humans can humans can use things for good or evil. Just like, I don't understand how people can't comprehend the fact that we're bad and good is just always going to like exist. This is just the world that we live in. Um and the quicker people understand how much intention truly fucking matters behind every little thing that you do. I'm talking about down to how you shower. I'm talking about down to how you fucking light a fucking candle. I'm talking about how down to what you do on your walk while you're walking your dog in the morning. Like, being more intentional about every little thing, to use certain things to your advantage, to pour into yourself, to speak life into yourself, or to speak life over someone else, to speak positivity onto someone else. Like, being more intentional, being more positive, being intentional, like in a good way, not like a bad way, but like, intention always matters. People have good intention and bad intention. As long as you have good intention with every fucking thing that you do, and you use your discernment, then nobody can really tell you shit, to be honest with you. Like, so yeah, I just kind of, and I definitely wanted to make sure that I brought that up because, I am going to be doing consistent tarot readings now. And I just don't like need people being confused or making assumptions about who or what I don't believe in or what the fuck I'm doing. Like, I could say for me, I definitely believe in God. Um, I don't subscribe to religion, but I believe in God, a higher power of love and light. And that's it. That's all. To be honest, I feel like my spiritual like practice and my faith is, I'm still navigating it. I'm realizing that, oh shit, I can create this shit myself. I don't have to, live by a book that was wrote by whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can do this shit myself. But yeah, as long as you don't come across someone who is like literally worshiping Satan, like, who the fuck cares what God they believe in or don't believe in? Like, it literally doesn't fucking matter. And making assumptions about, again, I get it. The white man the white man has done a number on us. I get it. So for y'all who are just so like hell bent on saying, oh well, this is demonic or you're doing this, it's like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, you're just talking, and I know this because I said it before. Like, we all grew up with assumptions that, all of us who grew up Christian, we all grew up with assumptions that, oh, Ouija board and witchcraft, will stay away from that shit, oh, that's demonic. I get it. We all, but I am out. I'm out of it. I'm out of the loop now. You're still in it. I'm out. So literally, all you gotta do is do a couple Googles, read a couple books, and like, you know, that theory is easily debunked. So yeah, I just wanted to make that clear. So like, there was no confusion. I still believe in God. I talk about God all the time. Still will. Um, just respect my, I just, not even me. I'm not making this about me, but like, just in general, just everyone be respect each other's own, spiritual paths. Like, it's really not that serious, to be honest. Anyway, um, one last point. Well, actually, very quick point, and then I'll get to my last one. Y'all know when, like, God I mean, y'all know when people say, "Oh, God told me this and that and that." I don't know, like, I definitely believe a lot of y'all be lying when y'all say God told y'all this, this, and that. God did not tell you that. God did not tell you that. First of all, you don't even know who told you what. You don't even realize you told yourself that. And some of y'all just be saying it just because you just say it just to say it. You don't even know what the fuck you're saying. God told you what? He told you all of that? Okay. Like, okay, if you say so, like, all right. I just don't like that. And I don't like when people come online and talk about what the fuck God told them and be like, oh, well, God told me X, Y, and Z. And God told me we shouldn't be doing this. So he told me I shouldn't be living this way. So y'all shouldn't live that way either. God tells everybody different things. Have y'all noticed that? God tells everybody completely different things. He'll tell one person who lived a reckless life and who was doing all this stuff and who was, not involved in organized religion. It was probably flipping some tarot cards and casting spells and doing all this stuff. They get spooked from it. Something happens and they go back to Christianity, and then they come online and give this story and they're like, oh, I was called back to Christ and he led me back to him and led me away from the devil. It's like, bitch, there's the you taking that experience and now pushing it onto everyone else. Like, what the fuck? You were you were pulled away from some shit because you didn't know what the fuck you were doing. Just because you got spooked from flipping some cards or trying to cast some spells probably was because you didn't know what the fuck you were doing and it wasn't for you and you weren't ready for it. Don't sit up here and don't come up on here and try to tell everybody else that, like, oh, everyone should stay away from this because God said so. No, God told you to put them cards down because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. And you don't know how to protect yourself. You don't have proper spiritual hygiene and you just cannot handle it. I am 1,000,000% sure that most people can only handle organized religion. Most people's minds can only expand but so far. And most people can only understand and fully grasp organized religion. Most people are not prepared and do not have the mental capacity to step outside of it. They just don't. They don't have the mental capacity to fucking step outside and truly ground themselves in this experience as a human. Look around in nature and find God through that or find God through anything. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. Like, most people cannot step outside of organized religion and actually force themselves to build a true relationship with God or their perception of God by actually navigating the human experience, finding a connection and a relationship with God through all of these things you experience through life. God is everything. God is every fucking where. So just because you stepped outside organized religion and you got spooked, don't try to tell everybody else what the fuck God told you. He told you some shit because you didn't know what the fuck you were doing and you cannot handle anything outside of organized religion. So what? You're gonna go insane fucking around with stuff you don't understand. Exactly. That's why you take simple steps with the spiritual. Exactly. And everybody come up in here talking about some, oh yeah, I was called back to Christ. Yeah, you was called back to organized religion because you didn't know what the fuck you were doing. And so I really sat, I was like, do people not realize how God tells everybody completely different things? God will tell one person, God will tell one person that they can't live a certain way. But God will tell another person that they can live that way that they told this other person they can't live. And so now you have two different perspectives of these people going online or talking to people and pushing their own experiences onto other people, saying whatever God told them and trying to be like, oh, well, God told me not to live this way, so y'all shouldn't either. Like, what? Whatever, how about this? Whatever God told you, how about you keep it to your motherfucking self? Whatever God told you for your personal life and whatever fucking decisions you're supposed to be making, how about you keep that to yourself? You don't have to turn around and take that and be like, well, this is what y'all need to do. Absolutely fuck not. I'm not you. I am not you. Y'all be lying about, oh, God told me. No, God did not. God didn't tell you that. Y'all be lying about that. I'm sorry. Some of y'all really be lying. It just roll off the tongue so easy. Y'all don't even what? God did not tell you that. I really be like sometimes when people be like, "Oh, God told me," I'll be like, "God did not tell you that." Like, I know the difference. God did not tell you that, bro. Um, and this is my last thing that I'll post because I didn't want this whole episode to be about spirituality, and so I'll kind of have throw in one topic every week, um, for y'all. But this is my last thing, very quick. I naturally thought of the question, um, do you does can someone truly love God who like does not love themselves, right? Like the way people worship God, right, is something that I feel very disconnected from, right? I think that a lot of the times there are experiences that we have here on earth that we know had nothing to do with anyone here on earth, right? Or like at least that you're not aware of. So sometimes when random blessings happen, right? And you feel this overwhelming feeling of gratitude. Most of us we want somewhere to express that gratitude outside of ourselves, right? And so naturally, it'll be like, you know, thank God, right? For everything. I think, and I don't want to misspeak, right? I'm trying to be very clear. I'm trying to be very careful with this. I think a lot of the times we give credit to God for like every single thing, right? Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that in the same way we do that, if we did that for ourselves, the same way we say thank you, God, but we also big up ourselves for things that you worked for, that you helped set up this play for yourself. Like I think overall the more that we worship ourselves the same way we do God, the closer you'll get to God, the closer you'll get to understanding God and your purpose on this earth, the closer you'll get to truly just feeling complete as a human, honestly. And again, there's nothing wrong with expressing gratitude to your higher power. I just think applying that same routine but to yourself, um, I think is very healthy. It's not crazy to say, okay, good, good, good. Cause I just didn't want to come across like sounding crazy. But yeah, I just think the whole like worshiping God thing, like I'm starting to feel a bit detached from that because it starts to feel like you are worshiping something outside of you, you know? And I now like approach things very differently when it comes to like praying and stuff like that. Um, instead of it being so outwardly, oh, thank you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a different experience. And so, yeah, I think that how can you truly love God if you don't really love yourself? And how you know if you really love yourself or not is how much you worship yourself, how much you pour love into yourself, how much you take care of yourself, right? How nice you are to yourself, how, sweet you talk to yourself. All of these things play a part into that. And so, yeah, I just really wonder for some people if they truly really you can really can you love God more than yourself? I don't think so. I do pose that question to y'all what y'all think because I just thought of that just now. Like I don't think you can. I think if you feel like you do, then I don't know. There's something wrong with that. I think it should be like even playing field or you loving yourself more than God, because if you don't love yourself enough, nothing else can really flow. Like your manifestations can't really like come in as easily as they should, you know? That's just like a consistent blockage that you're gonna have to like push through. You can love God and believe like God is gonna do all and take care of all and whatever. And that's the other thing that I don't like. That I don't think anyone's idea of God or a higher power should not be questioned. I view God as like a teacher for this school of earth, of life, right? Um, God is a teacher. I don't believe God. At the end of the day, niggas forget that we have free will. So like I always say there can be things lined up for you. There can be certain blessings or things coming through for you, or a path that you're supposed to take. You can choose another one, with your free will. I don't believe that God just has his like fucking I don't believe it's like a puppet show. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people do. And it's like, I don't think God is to be questioned. I think God is to be I don't think God is to be questioned. Like when people say, because I think naturally, when good things happen, people want to give God all this praise and glory. But when bad things happen, it's like they want to question it. They want to be like, oh, well, why did God let this happen? Why did God da da da? And it's like, well, God isn't like to be questioned. God is just God is a teacher. God is not. God doesn't really directly have their hands on every single little thing and what everyone does. We have free will, you know? And life is life at the end of the day. And so God is there for us to ask questions, for us to seek guidance from, for us God is there to help us navigate through hard times. So yes, when good things happen and we want to give God all the glory and praise, when bad things happen, it's not a God, why? Why me? Why did this happen? It's more of a give me the tools and resources to get through this hurdle. Give me all the strength and guidance that I need to get through this hard time. It should never be approached from a place of, for whatever type of God you believe in, it don't matter, universe, whatever. But you should never approach God or view God in a way of where God is to be questioned. It's just like I cannot stand that. Oh, let me read your comments. I'm sorry. You said at the end of the day, whether you are worshiping yourself or God, it all comes to the same place. Exactly. And like you said, when you actually love yourself, it powers up. Yes, whether it's God, the universe, or whatever, they're gonna help you, but you still gotta do the work. Exactly. Thank you for that. So I am running a little bit over time. So I'm about to get up out of here. Okay. This is a W stream, great stream. I will see you guys. We'll have a new video, YouTube video on my main channel on Monday. I meant Sunday coming. And then I'll have another YouTube video sometime next week, probably before my next stream. But other than that, I will see you guys next Thursday for the next stream. W stream, I love these chats. If you guys want, like, I definitely plan on speaking on spirituality a little bit more, especially the more that I learn. And for any of y'all that have like any book suggestions, I need to make that like section in my Discord. But any book suggestions, maybe either in general or about any type of religion or spirituality, either like DM me or send it to my Discord. And let me know. But yeah, I just want everyone to just, love each other and just appreciate each other's individual experiences on this earth and not try to, act like there's one universal way to live this life. It's not when it comes to your faith and who you or what you believe in or don't believe in. Like that is up for you to navigate. That is up for you to decide. And again, as long as you're not literally worshiping Satan, like it's fine. Like, believe in whatever you want to believe in. It does not matter. Like I literally couldn't care less. Okay. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching me yap and yapping with me. I will see you guys next week. Okay. Bye.